Right people, welcome to Duggystone's kitchen. Right, well it's nothing like Jamie's and it's nothing like Ramsey's. What we're going to be talking about today is something that I'm doing post having a stroke or a TIA, a mini stroke. Anyway, let's get on to it right after this. I'll probably do a series of these videos and the foods that I'm going to be doing, how my journey, how I feel, what I'm doing. If you want to know a bit more about me, go to duggystoneradio.com, the radio station. But this is about eating differently, cooking different things, putting good stuff into your body, not all the nasties that the big corporations want to put into your body because they're mass producing things, aren't they? Okay, so thanks for joining me. Listen, just a bit of a disclaimer, I'm not a medical expert, I'm not a nutritionist, anything like that. But what I believe is, in this day and age, we're being bombarded with take this tablet, take that tablet. We've got tablets for everything, haven't we? You take one tablet and that causes something else, yeah? So they give you another tablet to solve that problem. So I've had a TIA. So what I've been doing a little bit of research about things and about your body and what goes on. And straight away they want to give you statins to reduce your cholesterol level, regardless what level it's at or anything. Just want to give you statins just automatically. But when you start looking at one of the issues in your body is inflamed veins and muscles and things like that. And we've been eating some crap all our lives. So I'm not going to become vegan. People want me to become vegan. But as an example, what we've done, we've cutting out anything processed, highly processed, and anything with lots of preservatives and stuff like that. So this is one of the things that we really love. Chorizo, full of flavour, brilliant in meals. You need a lot, and it's absolutely fantastic. But when you start reading the label on the back, it's got things like the usual stuff. Pork salt, smoked paprika, brilliant, da-di-da-di-da. Then because they want to keep this, it needs to be kept fresh and they need to stop it from going bad, they put nitrates in. So you've got preservatives, sodium nitrate, potassium nitrate, which are not really very good for you. Yeah, they're not very good for you internally. So we normally use these and cook and create like meatballs and things like whatever, just to pack it full of flavour. So what we decided to do is going to do something a bit different. It's going to take some ingredients and try and replicate that similar sort of flavour without the nasties in it, yeah, and take it from there. So I've also cut down on the booze, been drinking more fluid and water, and I'm on lime cordial at the minute, not too much because obviously that's got stuff in it as well. So best thing for you is water. Like I say, I'm not an expert. I'm just going to see how this goes and how it affects me over the coming months, lose a bit of weight, get my cholesterol levels down naturally, and see where we go. Anyway, so these are the things that I'm going to be cooking with. So we've got some low-fat pork, only 5%, so we still want the pork content, not going vegan like we say. We've got some peppers, salt and pepper, garlic, onions, and the magic ingredient, which is paprika, because that's what's in the chorizo, gives it its flavour. So let's, as Floyd would have done, let's have a little drink. Wonderful. It's not white wine either. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off making the meatballs with the pork. We're going to put that in a bowl. I need a cameraman, don't I? Right, so what we've got the 5% pork in the bowl. We've also got another ingredient we use to put in, chickpeas, and we're going to use the juice out of the chickpeas in it to add a bit more fluid. So these are just chickpeas, nothing in these. So chickpeas and water. That's it. One tip for you if you're making burgers or you're making meatballs is to bind it together. So rather than filling it full of putting rusk in and stuff like that, use an egg. Use an egg. This is not a vegan recipe. We've got the egg in there. So what we're gonna do now is I should probably put it in first, the dry stuff. Some salt and pepper to taste, and some of the paprika to give us that chorizo flavour. So what I've done, in there now is the egg, is the pork, salt and pepper. There's a teaspoon of hot paprika and a teaspoon of the sweet paprika to give it a bit. You could add chili to this, whatever, it's up to you to add your flavours. So what I'm going to do now is going to mix this up, make it into meatballs, going to cook it in the frying pan, a little bit of olive oil in there, because olive oil is better than all the other oils, as far as I'm concerned. That sort of size will do you. Remember to wash your hands after you've been touching raw meat, especially pork. Not the best. That's why we cook meat. We cook meat to kill any nasties out of it. So now we've got our meatballs ready to rock and roll. We've got a pan here. We're gonna warm that up. Put it on a medium heat. I'm just doing the post edit for the Cooking with Duggy thing that I've just done. Got the meatballs sorted. When I started to make the sauce, which I'm going to explain how to make it now, because I can't redo the video because I've already done the cooking, and I'm going to explain what I did. You'll see the photograph at the end of the video. But basically what I did, but my camera froze up, I think it's because of the heat, I'm not quite sure. But what I did, I got a pan, and I put in the pan a diced onion, some peppers, red pepper, green pepper, some chili, but I added it, sorry, garlic, but I added the garlic after it cooks a little bit, otherwise the garlic burns. Let that soften up a little bit. Then what I did, I poured a full tin of the chickpeas and the juice in the pan. If you remember, I also deglazed the pan that had the meatballs in, so I had some nice flavours and only a little bit of wine. Bang that in as well, mixed it up. And then I added the meatballs, and that's the dish really. And then you can have whatever you want afterwards. But I feel I don't want to not put the video out after what I've done. But I'm gutted that the bit where I'm making the sauce isn't there. But that bit's dead easy anyway. Just add the meatballs into it. Job done. And tell you what, brilliant. Anyway, thanks for watching. Apologise for me explaining it to you this way and not showing you. Next time we'll make sure we've got a couple of cameras. So if you remember, the whole thing of this process was to stop eating these with all the nasties in, but still have the flavours. Not going vegan, just try to eat, get rid of the stuff that's going to affect your body inside. So cooking from scratch is key as far as I'm concerned. So basically what we've ended up with, if you remember, we had the meatballs out of lean 5% pork just to have a flavour. Then we added paprika smoked and also a spicy one. We then added onions, garlic, peppers, chickpeas to a pan after we deglazed the other one just to add some flavour, and salt and pepper and a bit more paprika in there. So what we've ended up with is this, and it's wonderful. It's really nice. I've just tried it, and there's definitely a taste of. You definitely got the flavour. Very similar flavour to having the treat, so it's not going to be the same because you've not got all the fats and the stuff that you have in the treat. So what we're trying to do here is give you a similar experience without all the nasties. So you've got less fat in it, you've got less nitrates, you've got less preservatives, because the key, I believe, is we're not cooking enough from scratch. We're not cooking from raw materials. We're eating too much processed food, which has got too much crap in it, to be honest with you. So I hope you've enjoyed this, my first attempt cooking with Duggy in the kitchen post TIA, post stroke. So trying to just eat a little bit better, but not stop yourself enjoying the foods you normally have. So we're going to have this later with some pasta, bit of pasta with that. Anyway, If you've enjoyed this show, give us a tick. If you've not liked it, well, don't. Give us the thumbs down. But if you want to see some more videos, just click on the bell and you'll get notified or anything else. If you want to know a bit more about me, go over to duggystoneradio.com, our freaking global radio station. But there's going to be more of these. Cooking with Dougie in his kitchen, post-stroke.